The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Now I got you.
Well, welcome back to the Detroit Cast. Actually, with Mike and Jay.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, Mike.
Well, that was difficult. Please don't do that again.
I regret my absence.
Yeah. I think the listeners would say the same thing.
Sure you talked about glitter and balloons already?
Yeah, unicorns
dicks.
a little bit. Yep, a lot of talk about dicks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about big boy stuff now.
Yep, adult stuff. But in the break, E just showed me a picture of the gay guys he was hanging out with at his little EDM
Oh,
festival.
okay. Big boy stuff can wait.
Yeah,
Let's talk
and
about
I was
that.
like, E, what are you doing? Like, it's just weird. He's like, oh, yeah, these are the gay guys I was with. I was like, okay. He's like, can you tell which ones are the gay guys? And I was like, the guy far left. He's like, that's me. He's like, right. The two guys in the middle. He's like, yeah, interesting. This guy here said he hadn't had sex with his boyfriend for 3 months because his boyfriend claimed his dick was too big.
Oof.
I don't even know how you got on that subject with these gentlemen. E. How did we get there?
The one guy was talking to the other guy, and I was just kind of.
You were eavesdropping. You
Well,
were
no, I mean,
eavesdropping.
Yeah.
There was in a 3-person thing. I just was. I mean, I wasn't technically in the conversation, I guess.
Is that plausible that you can have a boyfriend as a gay guy and not have sex for 3 months because your dick is too big?
Yeah.
I don't think anything's going to stop you from having sex for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't-
Wouldn't you demand
Size
like,
of dick, whatever. There's other holes. There's hands. Something has to happen. They're
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah. I would think at that point, E had a right to go, prove it. Like, he should have demanded, like, all right, let me see what you're dealing with here. I mean, are we talking about an extremely tight butthole, or are we actually dealing with a giant panous? You didn't ask me?
No, I didn't do any follow up.
Well, next time you see those gentlemen, make sure you
I
ask.
might.
How
see
can you
them.
not have a natural curiosity?
I
in that
kinda
moment,
did.
E? How can you not ask the follow-up
I
question?
kind of. I came close to asking it. I definitely thought about like saying like.
What stopped you? Did you think like it would be a come on or something? Like,
Gross.
might turn around and he's in your butthole?
I don't know
your
what
mouth.
stopped me. The idea of asking another guy to show me his dick kind of maybe stopped me.
Gave you pause.
Gave me pause, but I did consider it. I remember thinking about going, okay, you can't just make that statement,
Yeah.
and just be like,
I'd agree.
I don't. That's weird.
What?
I don't want to see the guy's dick.
I know,
I'll take
but
it
if
on
you're
face value.
But if you're gonna make some outrageous claim, like if you said,
I was not serious
If
when
you
I
said
said a follow-up was necessary.
Well, no,
I
if
was
you
just
said you had
testing
two
to see if you would be honest or not. That's weird. No, I
if you
wouldn't have.
said you have too small of a penis, I don't need the proof of that. But some guy
Yeah.
to just be like, I got a huge dong.
yeah.
No, he's
I
like the
think
guy
that's
who
a
pulls
legit
up a
question in
next
that
to you in the
moment.
Lamborghini. Don't look.
That's a good
Blinders
point.
on.
That's a
Stare
good-
straight ahead. He wants you to ask. He wants you to
That's
look.
a good point. That's a good point.
Did the right thing. E.
I couldn't disagree more with you. I think in that moment you go, all right, dude, you can't make some outrageous claim like that. A gay guy won't have sex for 3 months. Bullshit. Let me see it. Pull it out. Come on. Come on.
It is an extraordinary claim.
Yeah. I just don't buy it.
You know, Jay,
So-
I was more on Mike's side only until I thought about like the example of the Ferrari or the Porsche or whatever. And you're right. The guy, you know, someone just
Yeah,
it's
you
like
don't
someone
say.
just
Why do you
saying,
say
like,
something like that? You say something because you want the
hoping
follow-up
people are
question.
gonna be like,
No,
oh, I
no,
don't
no.
believe it.
No, that's like a guy saying he's got a Ferrari and versus there's one next to you on the road. If a guy says, oh, yeah, I've got a badass Ferrari outside. All right, prove it. Let's see it. You know, like if the guy with the giant dong came walking up and it was just out, I agree. Blinders. Don't even acknowledge it. He wants you to acknowledge it. Don't give it to him.
John Hamm in it.
Yeah, exactly. But if he's just going to declare some outrageous thing like that, it's, all right, motherfucker, let's see. Let's do
Maybe.
it.
It's a gray area.
Yeah.
Hey, got to tell you about the Hamlin Pub. They have 5 locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and 2 in Shelby Township. Hamlin Pub offers a wide selection of craft beers, most of which are brewed right here in Michigan. They have great happy hour specials Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., and half-off appetizers on Monday. Check out all their specials at all 5 locations. Check out hamlinpubs.com for more info.
Hey, before you got here, Jay, E and I were talking about Dylan Roof.
Yeah,
The
autistic, apparently.
yeah. I
He
know,
doesn't-
right?
He doesn't like that.
No, and he doesn't want that out there. But we also learned that he might be displaying the world's most famous change of subject, too.
How so?
Well, that bowl haircut, the infamous bowl haircut that we're always wondering about, apparently he believes his forehead is so grotesque and huge that's why he does that with his hair.
Thus the weird bangs.
Yes, he wants so much so that he wanted to be charged. He wanted federal charges to stick for him,
He looks ridiculous.
which Dick Gergel, the judge
remember
Gergel,
Dick Gergel.
yeah, he denied him this on whatever the grounds, but he was trying to get it in his appeal in a federal court, so that they couldn't have cameras in the courtroom because of the giant forehead issue. He didn't want his giant forehead shown on TV all over the country.
What is he, shorn now? Just wear the bowl cut.
Well, I know, but yeah, I don't know. They didn't really explain that too well. But between the autism and the forehead,
That is the definition of a bowl cut. He literally, like, just
Yeah,
boom,
yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, right around.
it's crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah. Boy, he's a monster too. God, seeing some of the reports, of like
Vicious.
just criminal. I mean, of epic proportions, just pure evil. Sad.
I would agree.
Boy, it sucked when we started the show without you because I was like, oh man, there's a lot going on in this Comey stuff, and I need
Yeah,
Jay
the Intelligence
here.
Committee
Ugh.
hearings are going on, Mike. There's,
Yeah.
calling bipartisan committees, of course, are going to make some
course.
findings for the American people. Full and fair investigations.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. I listened to it all the way over here.
Did you?
Just political pandering at its best.
Dude, watching the news last night and seeing it explode with like these weird, I don't even know what to make of it. It's like at an epic level of what's going on. Like the conspiracies about firing Comey and stuff are just, I
It's
don't even know
incredible
what to
because
make of
either
it.
it was absolutely no big deal, or it's the worst constitutional crisis since Watergate.
Yes.
There's nothing in between.
Constitutional crisis. I heard that from numerous people. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Comey sent a letter to his staff and was just like, hey, it was an honor working with you guys. The president has every right at any time with no reason given to blow me out. And so whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, I just don't know what to make of this. And unfortunately, these media people have shown their hands so much that I just can't believe
Yeah.
them because I know that they have a vested interest in making him out to be Satan himself, Trump that is, that I don't know what to believe anymore.
Well, the really troubling thing, though, is that there's some shifting on what the reason was now.
yeah.
And this Rothstein, I think that's his name, Ron
Yeah,
Rothstein?
yeah.
Who was just recently confirmed as the associate AG
Yeah.
or assistant AG. He came out pretty strong, from what I understand, saying, hold on, I wasn't the impetus to this.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds like probably more likely Trump wanted him gone and said, hey, fix me up a letter giving me
Yeah.
a reason to want him gone.
Yeah, well, it sounds like that guy almost quit over that.
Yeah.
By him saying, I took the advice of my...
And so with him, though, they have like this lockdown excuse by saying, well, he just got confirmed by 94-6 vote. This guy's like nonpartisan.
Yeah.
He was appointed, I think, by Clinton. Worked in the Clinton White House, Bush White House,
Yeah.
Obama. I mean, he's just known to be a nonpartisan dude. And so they thought, at least the Trump White House, before he objected to this, thought they had kind of like the nailed down guy that could be the standard bearer
Yeah.
for the firing. Mm-hmm. But he's pissed about it. Doesn't
Yeah.
want to be the fall guy.
Dude, that is not good to have the story changing like that. And it sounds like Trump was really pissy about this Russia thing. Like, there are people that are just like, dude, you even bring up Russia to Trump and he just loses his shit. And
And that could be one of two things. Either he absolutely was colluding with Russia and wanted their help,
Yeah.
and that's obviously a really bad thing, or he's so frustrated because there's just a total absence of that feeling on his part.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to make of it. I honestly don't. And unfortunately, we're not able to trust the media or any of the people in Congress that are doing these
What
hearings.
does your gut say about the Russia thing?
My gut says that there's probably nothing there as far as collusion goes. I honestly believe that. I don't. If the question is, do I think Trump's officials or Trump personally himself were talking to Russian to leaders in Russia about rigging something or helping them? I don't believe that. It's a different story when you talk about like Roger Stone and some of those people, though. Like, could that have gone on behind Trump's back?
Right.
I suppose. Why? What do you think? Do you think there's something there? You look like you
No,
maybe.
my gut the whole time has been like Trump was open to every way possible to get votes for him.
Yeah.
And he wasn't about to tell white supremacists not to vote for him. You
Yeah.
know, he didn't want to cut off
the
any
David Duke thing.
any possible avenue to votes. And he
Yeah.
was just like, hey, if they want to vote for me, cool. I'll take them.
Yeah.
If Russia wants to screw around and get votes for me, cool. Mm-hmm. And I sort of am like you. Like, my gut says I don't think there was collusion with somebody like that, but they were just kind of open to it. They didn't do anything to stop it. Certainly didn't put up an obstacle.
Yeah.
And probably, I give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe didn't realize like how big of a constitutional issue that is.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how un-American that is to allow people to meddle. And probably in the heat of the moment, we're just like, sure, you know, if people want to fuck around with her campaign and
Yeah.
disclose emails, cool. I'll get some votes out of it.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it possible that he didn't understand or was used, taken advantage of, and didn't understand? Because I think there's a real, like, for a guy like him who's run his own company forever, like, the rules are just way different than when you're talking about public office. Like, you can do some shady shit, and by him saying the things he did on the campaign trail, WikiLeaks, release them all.
Yeah.
Like, it's very un-American, and it's
Yeah,
just
to
not the
suggest
thing
that
you...
somebody tamper with the election. Really,
Right.
dude? Really? You're
Yeah.
asking that? Are you serious about that?
And
I
some of
think he was. I think but I don't think, give him the benefit of the doubt again, I don't
Yeah.
think he was probably appreciating what he was doing by opening that door.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's my gut feeling. It's just like, hey, any and all ways to muck up this election for Hillary, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I don't know that they're going to find anything, though, as far as
In terms
like
of communication.
yeah, because I really don't think it was some sinister thing like backdoor meetings with Putin and with Russian operatives about blah blah blah. You know, I just
I don't
don't.
either.
I don't really. I really don't. And if that proves to be true, that's a different story. But
Yeah, and I'm all for wanting to know that. Like, I'm not like, I don't
Closing
love
that.
Trump here, you know. Again,
No.
I voted for Neil Gorsuch. I don't have some love for the dude. I
Yeah.
think he's a buffoon in many ways. I think we both do.
Totally.
So we want to know if there's shit going on, but that's just my gut.
yeah, well, I'm sure we'll know more, and I'm
Well, because
failing
this
to make the
bipartisan
connection.
committee will get to the bottom of it.
Well, I'm failing to see the connection why firing Comey would somehow be good
Yeah,
for that probe. Like
It doesn't stop the investigation, and it only shines more light on it.
yeah. I mean, it brings it to the forefront. It's
And
been
here's-
2 days.
And
of,
here's
of-
something that a lot of the right has been saying over the last day, and I think it's a good point. When was a good time to fire Comey?
Yeah,
Right? If you fire him when they first come in, he's criticized because he didn't prosecute Hillary, and he wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
That would be the take on that. And oh my God, here you are trying to screw your political opponent. That's un-American. So if he does it right when he comes in, there's objection. If he does it somewhere in the first 100 days, there's objection because it had come to light that Comey was indeed investigating the Russian thing.
yeah.
You wait till now, it's not a good time. You wait for a month, is it a good time? I mean, when
Yeah.
is the time that you can fire him and there'll be no objection? When everybody agrees the guy shouldn't have been in the position.
Yeah, I think probably looking back, hindsight, you would say like day one.
Yeah.
Like if you went in day one and went fired, and then people are going to raise a stink and say, "Oh, it's because of blah blah blah." But you could at
It
that
would have been
point,
deflected easily.
yeah, and you could go, "Look, I didn't agree with the Hillary Clinton stuff being made public by this director. I didn't agree with the stuff he was saying here, and it's better to
He
clean the
injected
slate."
himself
and-
into the political process. You shouldn't do that as an FBI
Yes.
director, and it's clean.
Yeah, yeah. But it sounds like a lot of people in his staff didn't even know. Like he made his decision over the weekend on the golf course. It's starting to come out now. Where I don't know.
Well, that's what's scary and both interesting about the guy, though. Like we talked about yesterday, if it's just hair trigger decisions that are going to drive his administration the whole time, that is frightening in a way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that's how a businessman makes decisions. Mm-hmm. You know, he doesn't pine over them. He doesn't need a whole bunch of data. He doesn't need to poll over it and
Yes.
find out what people are thinking. Just makes a decision and moves on.
And doesn't sweat it.
So some part of that is refreshing, and I think what I like about the first 100 or 120 days now is that a lot of shit's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, has it all worked out for the good of the American people? Probably not, but
Yeah.
a lot of shit is on the table right now. Whereas in prior administrations, you're in that honeymoon period still.
Yeah. Well, I just wish we had more media that you could trust, because I would like to believe the stories I'm seeing. I would like to know, but I find myself more than ever just watching something going, okay, maybe that's partially true, but
you've
it's
got
being
a D
spun.
next to your name.
Yeah,
And you've got an R next to your name.
yeah. So I know I can literally tell what this person is like. The first sentence, I can tell. Okay, yeah, that's a Democrat. He obviously, no matter what it is, he's gonna act like this is, like Trump's killing babies.
And that's like this committee hearing. I'm not watching it on TV, so I don't see the graphic come up and list who it was. But to your point, can totally tell within the first sentence.
Yep.
And
the tone, you can tell by the tone.
Yeah. And what's also funny is to listen to these assholes try to ask questions that they think are going to box these guys in. Ha! I think we might have talked about this off air the other day. Maybe we did on air. Like comedians, when they write a joke, new comedians, kind of open micers, they're at home in front of the mirror and it's killing, right?
Yeah.
This line, it's going to kill. Well, I think these people have the same problem. Is they're writing a question.
Yeah.
And this is going to kill him. Boom, right here.
This is my gotcha moment.
It's going to the whole crowd's just going to gasp.
Yeah.
As I box this guy in, and the guy just quickly answers no, or I'm not sure, or I wasn't part of that, and they're just thrown. Oh well, let me ask it.
My papers here.
Ask it a different way. And their staffer, you can hear him behind him going, "It's the Department of Justice, not the FBI specifically. Just ask it broader." Well, let me ask it more broadly, sir.
Let me rephrase what I was saying.
Honestly, some of these assholes sound like first-year law students fumbling through questions.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it is so painful to watch these dickheads do their political shit,
Yeah.
their shenanigans on screen, because what they're doing is they're really just showing their constituents back home that they are an active member of the Intelligence Committee.
It's for no other reason than that. No matter what they believe in, honestly, it is because you see it come up in election times. They always want to be able to point back to something and go, as made clear back in 2010, I was absolutely against blah, blah, blah. Like they love pointing back to the credentials of their words on things like that.
Well, not just the credentials of their words, but what committee they're on. It's so important to them. As soon as they get elected, they start politicking for Senate Arms Committee and this and that, so that they can build that resume.
Yeah.
And they can sit in those hearings and they can ask that tough question.
Yeah.
Oh,
Their moment. Ugh, it's just-
hate it. I hate this political climate.
I know. Yeah. Did you see Kellyanne Conway with Anderson Cooper the other day?
I heard about it. He's being roundly criticized by one side and celebrated by the other.
That which is incredible to me. If this doesn't show you what the real problem is right here, like Anderson Cooper's a journalist.
Yes.
Like, dude, he's not a.
This is not an editorial show.
no.
This is not a Hannity.
No, this is not Tucker Carlson. This is not Bill O'Reilly. This is an actual legitimate journalist.
This is like Dan Rather.
Yes.
Or Peter Jennings of the day.
And this, well, we can play it here. He's talking to Kellyanne Conway, who's kind of saying now, I guess this morning she said, yeah, I deal with a lot of sexist things. She's kind of painting it in that sexist corner, which, I don't know that it's that, but it's terribly disrespectful for a journalist at his level to be eye-rolling her. Like, dude, your job is to ask her questions and let her deliver the answer. What you agree with or disagree with or what you feel about her is fucking irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
That's why that channel, man, they're in a tough spot.
They
put themselves in it. But
like I finally stopped for the most part watching CNN because there's just a real condescending nature to the questions that Don Lemon will ask someone who's pro-Trump or even Anderson. Like you just see it, this kind of smug mockery, like,
Yeah. Well, you're an idiot for thinking that he could be right about anything.
right. And so this to me is inexcusable. Do you have you got the video there, E?
Conflating two things that don't belong together. Thanks for the trip down memory lane. I was on your show often last fall saying we were going to win Michigan and how we were going to do it. So that was fun. But here's what happened today.
One eye roll.
Ugh. Hold on, E. What are you doing?
That's it. That's
Belong together. Thanks for the trip
Was it-
down memory lane.
was there
I
only
was on
one
your
eye
show
roll?
often
Oh, I thought there
last
were
fall
multiple.
saying we were going to win Michigan and how we were going to do it. So that was fun. But here's what
Dude, that
happened
is-
today.
Inexcusable.
maybe.
Ugh.
And of course, they're attached to tweets going, best eye roll ever.
Yeah.
Because one side of the country thinks that,
Yeah.
the other side hates it.
I bet as you get further down with his presidency, he will regret doing that. Not good. But yeah, she was saying Could you imagine having a male anchor on the network roll eyes at Hillary Clinton, at a female representative spokeswoman for Obama or,
totally
or
true.
President Clinton? I think not. Hillary Clinton is in search of sexism as a lame excuse for why her candidacy and campaign lost 6 months ago. I face sexism a lot of times when I show up for interviews like that.
You know, it's funny that isn't that like it was a big challenged remark by her. It wasn't a real eye roll situation. To be
Yeah,
honest. It was
yeah.
just her saying, "Look, I told you before, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and all them were in play." And he's like, "Oh, got to hear this again from her." Yeah, you were wrong, Anderson.
Yeah.
Accept it.
All of you were wrong. And that's just, but that tells me right there, like, okay, you were looking at this story with such a slanted perspective and view that it makes it, like, if you're looking for something to be sinister in everything, you can find it. If you're looking to be the victim in everything, you can find it. You can go through life claiming to be a victim at anything. And these people that are doing this night after night after night, looking for the evil spin on something this guy's doing, instead of just, you know, okay, here's where we are. You know, have a little respect for the position. Like
I don't mind there being editorial shows. I think they're entertaining and interesting, but I think you need something in the middle, and we've lost that middle of reporting. Like here's the facts. Okay, right side, go with your editorial. Left, go with yours. There's just not that set of facts anymore.
Yeah. Well, it was, you know, it was something that people would be proud of. Like if you didn't know the way a news person voted, or if you couldn't tell where they stood on things, like very rarely in the past would you see any emotion out of those people. You know, it would take a president being shot and killed before you'd see a guy like pull his glasses off and wipe his eyes. Like they just didn't do that. But you could trust what they were saying. For the most part, you could trust that they were doing as good a job as they possibly could to deliver an honest story. You know, now when you see this kind of thing, it's like, okay, you're just not. You're not even hiding it anymore.
Yeah.
And it's being celebrated. That should be disgusting to a journalist to see behavior like that on a show like that claims to be just down the middle. We're just down the middle. That's embarrassing for journalists.
Well, the problem is the media became ground zero for the culture war that began a couple decades ago, and this is what you get. You don't get anything in the middle. You get right, you get left. You get Limbaugh, or you get
Rachel Maddow.
Rachel Maddow.
Yeah. Ugh, it's just incredible. Did you see Obama stirring some shit up too? Rock star Obama in his shades and his tieless shirt unbuttoned a little bit in Europe for a climate change speech. Flying on a private jet.
Sure.
With 14-car, caravan with him, a helicopter spotter, 300 police officers.
What was the carbon footprint, Mike?
Oh, I don't know.
Have they calculated it?
I don't know that they have, but this is so hilarious to see all of these guys, whether it's Al Gore flying around the world in a private jet, DiCaprio private jetting to every one of these things. Leo DiCaprio flew a private jet to, where was he at? Greenland or something, to pick up an award for climate change excellence. And then as soon as he accepted the award, he jumped back on a private plane and flew back to New York so he could be at some awards thing. It's like, dude, that alone was more carbon footprint than I'll probably have in my lifetime on this planet.
He looks weird with an open collar.
Doesn't he?
Don't do that, Barack.
Yeah. Don't shoot
do that.
baskets and don't have an open collar.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not good.
What is he thinking with this look? I don't understand. I mean, he is at a conference too. It's not even like he's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You mean like at a golf tournament?
Like Mike said, he's a rock star now.
You think he thinks he's hot?
He and Michelle definitely think they're hot.
They
and
do.
They think they are like hot on the scene as well.
He's
Yes.
gonna have a hard time. Probably like he's gonna get older and he won't be seen as like that hip. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Think so?
I think he can retain it.
Yeah, he's a superstar for the left right now. Like he's
But everybody
the
gets
savior.
old. I mean, you talked about it with Bill Clinton. You know how you don't feel the same. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
he
at some
looks
point
awful.
it happens, and then don't you think he's gonna have a hard time dealing with that? Maybe not.
Yeah, it's just so funny to me that like the hypocrisy of it all. Like these paid speeches, he's getting $400,000 for a speech on Wall Street the other day, and now
Dude, what was his quote several years ago where he was like, isn't $250,000 a year enough? You know what's
Yeah.
it gotta? How much does it have to be enough?
Yeah.
Like
Totally.
250 was his marker in that speech.
Yeah.
I remember that distinctly.
Yep.
It's an incredible statement, and then this asshole's off getting $400K for a speech.
Well, the guy that wrote the book, and we're hopefully going to get it. I think you ordered it, right, E? About
It's coming.
About
Rises-
Obama and
It's
his
like
early life.
1,000 pages.
Rising
I know,
Star.
Rising Star.
It's coming.
And I guess the author of that is like a progressive liberal Democrat, and it blasts Obama for like what he's turned into, and he points out like he really was that guy. Like, dude, is $250,000 enough? When is it enough?
Yeah.
How much more do you need? And what he's turned into now is like unrecognizable from that guy. Yeah, I can't wait to read it. It is long, but it's going to be good. But then you see like, and whatever, more power to him. He's getting a $60 million advance for his book or memoirs or whatever. But he made the most of his 2-day trip to Italy by staying at a $20,000 a night Tuscany villa, and then a 5-star hotel in Milan.
Tuscany is beautiful this time of year.
Oh, I've heard that. He also took up 2 floors at the Park Hyatt Hotel. Presidential suites cost $10,000 a night. And then, that's where he had 300 cops, helicopter spotters, and it's just incredible. It's just incredible.
But in that vein, little off topic, but in that same vein, I was always critical of his ass flying all over, and particularly during the campaign, that bothered me that he'd get on
Yeah.
Air Force One, fly all over the country, and
Yeah.
they all say the DNC is picking up the tab, but come on, the taxpayers
Yeah.
are picking up part of that.
Yep.
Dude, Trump, I guess, is on pace to just kill that.
Crush it.
In his first year, he's going to
Yeah.
spend more than Obama did in 8 or something.
I
like
know
that.
a lot of people take issue with this. I don't know, dude. It hasn't bothered me as much as it bothers a lot of you guys. This idea of
Pisses me off.
because the fact is you can't just like hop in a car and go somewhere if you're president of the United States. You have to have that level
What's wrong
of
with
security.
sitting in your fucking office and getting
Yeah.
something done?
I know,
Why
I know.
Why do you have to fly? You know what? And I get the kid is in New York and they're trying to finish school and all that.
Yeah.
But I just totally disagree with this notion that you should be allowed to have a couple different offices.
Yeah.
He likes Florida. He likes Mar-a-Lago. Let's set one up. Fuck you.
Where is
man.
Mar-a-Lago
We're
at?
gonna set one office up for you, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where you work.
Yeah.
If you want to go down and on your own dime and have a vacation every weekend, cool.
Yeah.
But that should
Dude,
not be
every
on,
weekend,
should
it's
not be on the
absurd.
taxpayer's dime. That's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I guess where is Mar-a-Lago? What part of Florida is that in? Is that
No idea.
Fort Lauderdale?
I bet it's the best. It's the best part of Florida.
best.
The most beautiful.
Well, anyway, it's that area of Florida, like it's a small community, and they're losing their fucking minds because Washington, D.C. is set up for
Yeah.
presidential
Motorcades.
motorcades and coming in and out with Secret Service and all that shit.
You've
It's-
never
it's
been to
just built
D.C.
for that.
You could be walking down the road and a motorcade comes screaming
Yeah.
by with like 18 cars,
Right.
black limos and shit.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
A couple
But-
times a day that'll happen.
But this place isn't. It's not set up for that. It's a quaint, small retirement kind of area where people golf, and it's fucking up everybody's lives because they have to literally shut down blocks at a time. So the businesses there are losing their asses because this guy won't leave. He's there every
Yeah.
week. So all their weekend businesses fucked up. All their
There it is.
like-
It's on the best part of the coast, north of Miami.
south of Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
I can literally see the Bahamas from my window. It's the best. Anyone that says it's not the best is wrong. So yeah, and it's also on the local taxpayers to pick up the tab for all the overtime for police.
It's so wrong, particularly given the campaign promise to drain the swamp and get rid
Yeah.
of waste and all this shit. It is so wrong to me.
yeah, well, these people are paying millions and millions of dollars to taxpayers to cover the
Fuck that.
costs of
And those people are probably people with some fucking money themselves, and they're not used to you know what I mean? They're
Yes.
they're there because they have money. This is why they went
Used
to
to
where they
being inconvenienced.
they
Yeah.
paid the money to be in a spot where they didn't have to deal with this shit.
Imagine if you had a small business in a beach town like that, where it's like the weekends and everything, and this asshole's flying in every weekend and shutting down blocks.
And I just think people so easily dismiss. Well, he's got a very tough job, and that's that he should be able to have his weekends. Fuck, dude, then pay for it. You want to go on a vacation every weekend? Pay for it. That's
Yeah.
fine. Otherwise, we've set you up in some very good accommodations in Washington D.C. Enjoy.
And it's costing a fortune to also
Have the New York thing going.
and revamp security at Mar-a-Lago. Like, it's not designed for that kind of security and bulletproof and no way to tap lines. Like, all of that little stuff they have to do now.
And that sets aside all the like redecorating that
Yeah.
every administration gets to do in the
Stupid.
White House and in
Yeah.
their living quarters. It's bullshit.
I know
This
it
is
bothers
so
you so much.
elitist. It is so elitist. It's so wrong. It's so un-American.
It's very counter to American what we consider normal lives. It is so extravagant.
Yeah, I saw
when you
some
look at-
behind the scenes of like how the Obamas changed the living quarters. It was like an Architectural Digest or something
Sure.
recently. It was just magnificent. Just a beautiful spread. They've got the
Yeah.
artwork. Who paid for that?
You did. You
And
did.
then look at the difference between now and when Reagan was
Ooh.
there. Look at
Oh,
the
my.
stark change. Look at the sense of style that Michelle brought in there.
Well, he needed a
Fuck
bat.
you. So them and their little pocket of friends could see that.
Yeah.
Honestly, that bothered me in some courts that I've worked in too.
Really?
Appellate courts. Very few people see behind the scenes at appellate courts.
Mm-hmm.
There are some beautiful appellate courts, like the hallways and shit. And I'm walking down these hallways going, there's like 8 or 9 people a day that see this. This is
Yeah.
wrong to have spent so much on the woodwork and all this shit.
Rich
The
mahogany.
rich mahogany.
Yeah.
Yeah, impressive, but nobody sees this. This is wrong.
Yeah, I know. I had an accountant who, it was like that was why people liked him. It was just like he was not spending money on marble floors and a fucking mahogany rich desk, and it was like, no, man.
Simple digs.
I sit here and count beans with an old school calculator, but that means I can do it at a reasonable rate because I'm not charging you for my finely polished, whatever. And you're like, okay, I like that guy.
All he needs is an exam table with a set of stirrups.
Pocket protector, glasses, and a giant calculator. You can count beans all day. That's all I need.
Hey, our friends at Sod Ford need your help. They're in the middle of a massive sales contest. Help them win it by buying or leasing a new Ford Focus, Fusion, or Taurus during this contest. Buy a new 17 Ford Focus for as low as $13,000, or lease a new 17 Ford Fusion as low as $118 a month. Better yet, buy a new 17 Ford Taurus for just $21,500. Surf their filthy deals and massive inventory at dealsinthed.com.
God, this Conrad Hilton turd.
Oh, did he do more?
Well, he had to show up in court, for his first appearance in front of the judge.
Yeah.
And he's just insane. So he's in an LA courtroom yesterday, following his arrest for grand theft auto. Stole a Bentley from his Rick Solomon. His bail was set. He had to hand over $90,000, and then was released into the custody of his father. The judge said, I think he's making him go to like some nut house, like in Houston.
Wow.
And he wants him diagnosed for whatever's going on, like mentally. So he was looking at one point. He's like in some green thing, so he can't hurt himself.
Nice.
And he's in
Must
this.
be so humiliating for him.
Yeah, but he's standing there and he's like he knows the cameras are in there and he's mouthing so fucking gay at the cameras, and he's got that big shot Shapiro as his lawyer. So Robert Shapiro standing
Bob
there.
Shapiro of OJ fame.
And so the weirdest part, though, was the judge told Conrad to take the charges seriously, stop winking at the cameras, take these very seriously. We are taking them very seriously, to which he replied, I will never, Your Honor. I am sorry to the court and the entire state for disrespecting the court. I do not have sex with hookers, and I'm sorry.
All righty.
Wow.
It's on record.
I do not have sex with hookers. I am sorry. All right. One asked about your choice in ladies, and yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. So
He's a mess. Needs help, Mike.
yeah,
I hope he gets the help he needs.
do too. I do too.
Gentlemen, E, join in, please.
Gonna have our best friend Doug, and then we're gonna give him a best friend hug. Doug, Doug, oh, Doug, 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 Doug.
Buying or selling a home can be one of the most stressful times of a person's life. Life. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
You're soloing out the board, asshole.
You son of... Stop touching.
Don't
Sit.
touch anything.
Sit. Doug
Behave.
Steinert at Century 21 Campbell, as I was saying, wants to make the sale of your old home or the purchase of your dream home as stress-free as possible. Call Douglas at 248-765-1781. Let him and the team at Century 21 Campbell make your real estate transaction dreams a reality. Call 248-765-1781. asked for fellow Detroit Cast listener Douglas Steinert.
He has had someone on hold on the phone system for about 40 minutes now. I almost feel an obligation to answer it just because
What am I supposed to do? We don't really take calls that often, and you guys were in the middle of that story.
Dude, maybe we can kill some time with a call.
Yeah. I mean, this would be huge. If we could start getting callers to call in and, at least carry some of the load, it'd be nice.
I don't know, take an hour.
Yeah,
Hour of our
dude.
hour and 40-minute show.
Oh,
That'd be kind of helpful.
Dude, how incredible would that be? Especially on days, when
Yeah,
I
you just
feel
don't
as shitty as
yeah.
I do, and
Your
you've got
head's
shit
rotting.
going on. My head's rotting literally from the inside out.
I don't really feel like talking. Let's let the caller talk.
Yeah, yeah. Should we bring this guy up and see if he's at least...
Hopefully he's still here.
Appears he is. Hello?
Hello, is this 101?
Yeah, this
I am
is...
with Dave.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, buddy.
Good day, gentlemen. It's Gary. Hey, I
Gary.
have something that I caught yesterday I think you guys seriously overlooked. About the 18-minute... At about the 18-minute mark, when you guys were grilling Big E...
Did E admit he's
he
gay?
said
Did E
something.
admit he's gay?
Didn't
No.
he? Right
You know
now?
what? Listeners are constantly finding points where E finally admitted it. Did he do that?
No, this was more along the lines of a revealing moment when he said he hated living with his mother.
What?
And just like your laugh track over my voice, he said he hated living with his mother,
He hated
and
him.
it was a very telling tone to the way he said it. And
Are you worried
I
for
just
Mrs.
asked him
Fady?
about it.
Yeah.
I'm worried
hate
for
living with
Mrs.
mother.
Fady and for you guys.
Really?
I've told you this a long time about people living in their basement, man. I've given you these warnings. I'm
You
just
thought this was
very
worthy,
concerned about him.
Nothing in you thought, like...
Ask him to elaborate on that hatred.
All right, cool. We will. Isis?
I did not
Jesus,
say that I thought it
elaborate.
was worthy. Whatever.
Are you going to kill your mom? I think that's what he's alluding to.
No.
Are you going to kill us?
No.
Yesterday
No.
would have been the day.
You know I'll leg sweep your ass.
I'm not going to.
Elbow to the throat. Bang. Take you down to China.
I will say out of my parents.
Thanks for the call, Gary.
I will say out of my parents, there's one parent that I could deal with less more than the other. Or
You don't love both your parents?
I'm not saying that, but one gets on my nerves more than the other.
Hi,
for
Mrs.
sure.
Fady, by the way. Thanks for listening.
Which one is it? Does your mom get on your nerves more?
A little overbearing for sure at times.
Yep.
I don't know. Like literally every time I leave the house, I need 10 texts.
Now I got you.
I'll get 10 texts saying is everything okay? I'll just get texts in the middle of the
Really?
day just to say, is everything okay?
Ooh, that's
why
that's
would
tough
everything
for a
not be
38-year-old
okay?
man.
Yeah.
Why would there be any?
Remember how
reason
much
that-
she texted him the night we were all here till 3 in the morning, tried to post something?
I do.
Remember that? And she was texting all night because was it snow she was
And
worried
the
about?
thing
or-
is, here's the thing: any excuse, any slip up I have, can be cause for just now. It's 5 years. This one topic, and here's an
You're
example.
on
I
a
haven't-
short lease.
I haven't brought it up.
Yeah.
I hadn't brought it up yet for no reason particular. It just it hadn't happened. But I actually got for the first time in years. I got a ticket a few weeks ago.
Oh, boy.
I rolled through a stop sign.
Did we talk about this? Did
No,
we cover this?
I never
No.
talked. I haven't even told you guys off the
Were
air.
you at a
that it
rest
happened.
area or something? When you...
No,
what happened?
I
Late
just-
night?
I was coming home late night from something. I was blaring my music,
area.
and I was at a four-way stop sign, and I just didn't stop.
You know what stop
completely.
means, E? Still tires on pavement.
Thanks, Jay. I appreciate. I'm sure. Yeah. So I didn't, and so she knows about it. Whatever. And so now that has been context to literally.
Can you imagine
Dude, I
your
was just
mom-
gonna say to you,
your mom
can you
knowing that you rolled through a stop sign and got a ticket. I just can't imagine my mom knowing that micro part of my life.
Yeah, or taking issue with it.
Mother's Day's coming up, so I will be talking to my mom, but it's been a while.
Oh, boy.
And so now that has become context to literally every time. Now it's been stepped up tenfold. When I've been doing these Hamlin Pub things for the member shirts.
I think my mom knows I do a podcast.
Yeah, she might.
Yeah.
I know your dad knew at one point.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your mom knows you rolled through a stop sign.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now you have to be told.
And no, it's literally
Make sure you stop at the stop signs, honey.
every time I'm getting 5 texts.
Still
every time I go
tires
out.
on pavement.
Don't forget.
It's
Oh, that would be brutal.
it's
So are you at the end of your rope?
I'm
Like, you're
getting
just-
close,
yeah?
man. I'm getting close.
What does that mean? You're getting close. You're not going to
try to-
off your mom, are you?
No, but to
E?
try to maybe find a way, try to finally just somehow get
Remove
out.
her from the house permanently.
Well, it'd be nice if they would. If my dad would finally like to retire and they'd want to move to Florida and I could just watch the house, that'd be great. But
Well, you
I've
got rid
already-
of Nana.
right, I've already informed
Mm-hmm.
my brother and sister that I will be partaking in squatters' rights. So
He's serious too. He thinks he can just stay there, no problem.
I know how to cut the grass.
Mark Leibovitz has 16 years of institutional investment experience, including being a senior portfolio manager on a mutual fund. His background is in investments, not sales. Let him use his experience to build an investment plan for you. He's done that for Mike and I, and we are quite happy. Call Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial, 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark. You can trust him. You can take that to the bank.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
You know, the parallels with Forrest Gump, I think, are striking. Wasn't there a part of that movie where mother dies and he kind of just takes over the manor and
totally.
mows the grass until Janie
Yeah.
comes home?
Yep.
Jenny.
I mean, I can just kind of see it, right?
Dude, I could totally see it. They
No,
know
you know
they
what
have to provide him something. I mean, he
Well,
can't
you know what
just
would
go
really
off on his
happen?
own.
What
So
would really happen, honestly, if they were to leave and just say, or if they were to die suddenly and the house was, I don't know how the house is. I don't know if it's going under all of our siblings. But let's just say in a scenario that they give them money and they give me the house. That house is getting sold ASAP, and I'm moving into an apartment in Detroit or Royal Oak or out of state.
Really?
that house is getting sold.
what would you take from the house? Would you just like gut it, like any picture on the wall or little fucking trinkets of owls?
There'd be an
that are
estate
there? Would you just
sale,
throw
I
them in the
guess, or-
garbage?
No, that'd be some level of an estate sale, I guess, to make money.
Those
How
are the
soon-
kinds of things, if you take to like Antique Roadshow, that's the kind of tchotchke that sometimes
Yeah.
you hit big on, E. So you might want to take a box of that
Okay,
shit.
well, whatever. I'd go through
How
the
soon
house.
before the
owls.
walls would be purple?
I'd sell some shit out of the house, whatever I felt. Like I said, an estate sale. Maybe
What would you do with the
antique-
alligators in the moat?
Well, those
Great
would move on to
question.
the next buyer. They would just have to buy as is or whatever.
Gotcha.
And so, no, but I would do that. That house would be fucking gone, and I would be fucking gone, dude. Detroit or Royal Oak or Ann Arbor, and if not those, fucking out of state. Maybe New York.
He has definitely been eyeing downtown
Yeah.
Detroit, hasn't he?
He has.
You know,
He's-
I'm actually in
he's
a-
thinking about that.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm in a bummer. I'm kind of not bummed, but I'm in a weird situation where like I obviously I do this. So right now I'm in this area. But just say things were to happen and I moved on or something. Like I kind of would like to move to that next. Like for a while, Austin was it for the last few years, but it's kind of got it. Portland had its or not Portland. Seattle had its moment. And so I would like to do that somewhere else. Like I have no problem with the idea of moving out of state. But the thing is, I think Detroit, I'm being serious, really has that potential to kind of be that next place. And part of me is like, thinks that's awesome for the city. But part of me, like, I want to move out of state, man. I don't want to necessarily just be Michigander my whole life. But I think Detroit really has a chance.
Gary's still here.
Gary! Is he still
Yes,
on?
sir. You know what's funny is
He might have been
I was
talking to
listening
us.
as if it was. I was listening as if it was a podcast that was through my radio.
Later, man. Thanks for
That's
calling.
awesome. Well, now when you hang up on me, I'll lose the show.
You can get it
I
8
won't-
different ways.
Well, you can stay there. We're just not going to talk to you anymore. We're done with you, Gary.
Just don't
So
talk.
I won't. Yeah, we're not going to talk to you at all. So if you're okay with that, we'll let you hang on the line. So just hang tight.
See you, dude.
Weirdo.
Potted up.
Oh God,
He's still there.
that's hilarious.
But my point is like I really believe it. I really think Detroit has this chance to kind of become this next because I know I was mentioning it to
Yeah, I
me
think
like
you might be the master of the obvious on this
Yeah.
a little bit. I
Yep.
think everybody would agree with you, right?
no, but out of the country people don't know. Out of this area we know that. But I'm talking about people coming from. I'm talking
Yeah.
about it becoming like a place where younger people from out of state might actually move to.
Yeah, I agree. The people are. I
Has
think
Wayne
the word's
State
getting
is just
out. The
starting to
word's
look-
getting out.
Right. So
Is the point, and he wants to be there when it
Hell yeah.
happens.
He wants to be cool. He wants to be part of the trendy
Wants to
hipster
ride that
community
wave.
down there.
hell yeah.
He's got the beard. He's got the glasses. It's perfect.
Mike, we have some email.
What do we got?
Well, John writes in concerning a Meyer grievance. Hello, Mike, J, and Fagtard. Fagtard.
Wow,
It's harsh.
insulting.
I remember back a few months ago, you guys talked about the problems of self-scanners at Meyer.
Pain in the ass.
He did not say Myers, which is greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Recently, I shopped there and figured I'd have them ring me up. Seeing as I had time, I paid and headed home. While putting away the groceries, I took a peek at my receipt and realized those fuck stains charged me $36 for grapes.
Really? Oh my
Dude,
god.
he's got the picture to prove it too. 36.43 red grapes. 14.63 a pound. Those red grapes cost him.
Wow.
Woo!
That's hilarious.
That sucks, man. Tell me you went back. I'd go back for sure.
Yeah, that
Like,
seems
wrong.
Yeah. I ordered food the other day, and I was like, yeah, I want extra sauce with that, like, on the side. You know, I was getting some breadsticks or something. I was like, yeah, you put, like, one ranch in there. Let me get 2 of those and 2 of the other things. He's like, what size? I was like, I don't know your sizes. He's like, 8 ounce or 4 ounce or 8 ounce or 16 ounce. And I'm like, I'm thinking, well, it's a pretty good size cup. I don't know what that ounce size is. I don't know how much fits in there. I'm like, just do the 16 ounce.
Oh,
I was like, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. 16 ounce, it's like a
Go
can.
grande.
Yeah, I was like, I can throw it away. It doesn't matter. And he's like, all right, well, no one's ever ordered that before, but let me try to see how we can ring this in. And then I order the rest of my stuff, and he's like, man, are you sure you want this much ranch and marinara? I'm like, why?
You're like,
Dude.
look at me. Yes.
I'm like, I don't know. You're the one that all of a sudden offered size
Dude, you
options.
don't know what
I
16
didn't know.
ounces is?
Yeah, it's a
Mike.
can of Coke. I know. I didn't want to go small and
No,
then
a can
get
of Coke
fucked.
is 12 ounces.
Oh, yeah.
You've just asked for a can and a third of Coke.
He goes, man, this is going to charge you like $8 in sauce. I don't think you want $8
Right.
in ranch
You're
sauce.
like
I was
buying a fucking thing of ranch from the grocery store at that point.
yeah, like from Costco.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right.
Thanks for looking out for me,
like-
dude.
Whichever one you normally put in there, put 2 of them in there now. Like, all right, that makes more sense. Those are 4 ounces. Like, all right, very good.
Josh writes in concerning our grievance clock. When did the clock, so our TikTok that goes behind us when we state grievances,
Sure.
when did it change from a minute to 30 seconds? I recall it used to be a minute per grievance. I enjoy the extra 30 seconds because it allows for more hilarity. I think maybe once or twice we had a 1 minute.
Yeah.
And it was giving E way too much time.
Yeah, and it was we were realizing that, boy, a minute is a long time to just
Yeah.
filibuster. You don't realize how long a minute is.
And I will say this, after going through several grievances now, I think maybe the sweet spot is right in between there.
Do you? I think 30 seconds is
I think
fine.
it's 45 seconds. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a nice amount of time, that 40. Because a lot of times I feel like, if I just had 10 more seconds.
Really, but
You
I
like the
guess-
notion of being buzzed, right? Like,
I like.
buzz
Yeah,
stop.
I like just like. bzz.
Yeah, because I think
done.
it's a mistake to have it a time where everybody gets their whole grievance in. I think
Yeah.
you want to be rushed, but I think
Well,
30 seconds is a little too short.
It eliminates the unnecessary stammering we tend to do. Like, some E's famous for it. Well, I guess you guys have seen that one thing, and and he wastes 20 seconds of his time.
Well, there's a lot of defensiveness that goes into grievances too from certain
Agreed.
people.
Well,
Where they want to sandbag the shit out of it.
Well-
and explain. Well, I know what you're going to
Yeah.
say. I know you're going to call me a pussy, but
Yeah.
a lot
Well-
of that goes on.
there's a lot of really narrow grievances too. We've seen some of those. Where it's just like, wow, okay.
Hey, my
Boy.
grievance is my grievance. Okay,
Yeah. No, I know, but it's
I'm not
just
going
like,
to try to. I'm not going to poll
Yeah.
like a Clinton prior to issuing my grievance. I'm going to state my grievance.
Yeah.
If people
No matter how
disagree with me,
absurd it is.
fine, whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. Everybody agrees about the roof. Okay.
Yeah.
The pitch on the roof was a big thing.
We're talking about the organ shirts.
Dude, creeps me out thinking about it. Somebody sent me a cookie, a gingerbread man cookie today. Creeped me out. It was half gingerbread and half like skeleton and guts. Have you seen that?
No.
It's the same.
What do you mean they said
I
it to you?
think I don't like intestines. I don't like how they go around and around like,
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't either.
worm. I think
Yeah.
that's my thing.
I don't like that either. Yeah. Yeah.
Jay writes in. Subject line, laugh track. Mike and the 2 other. Mike, I now feel bad about giving you shit via wave about your excessive throat clearing. What you did for the show is greater than any sacrifice in the history of Jesus. Of course, I'm referring to the laugh track from the scripture posted a few days ago. Michael, the stress and torture you put yourself through to ISO that laughing audio must have been excruciating.
It was brutal.
You deserve a fucking medal for that and a blowjob. So just calmly explain to Beth why you have earned said BJ,
Yeah.
and she'll understand why E is on his knees with mouth agape.
I'm not kidding. That was brutal to listen to because you have to listen to it in real time. You can't fast forward to the like.
I know.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Also, on a side note, I thought it was funny how Jay said he would opt for the pork-free, cheaper burger when he would go to Wendy's during his high school lunches. We all know what's really going on there. I'm not Jewish, and if I was,
Oh.
I'd proudly state it. Okay?
Yeah.
Got nothing against the Hebrews. They're good people.
They are.
I'd proudly wear that candy dish.
Yes. Some of our closest friends are Hebrew.
It's very true. Nate writes in, Mike's wardrobe choice.
for
Closet
crying out
fucker, closet eater, and closet homo. I brought up the YouTube feed for Sutra 818 today to watch the funny clip of the escalator eating the Chinaman's hair, and I was puzzled by what I saw. I've grown accustomed to seeing Walters dominating the frame, wearing some comfy 5XL hoodie every day. They're not 5XL,
No, they're not.
okay?
Yep.
They are not 5XL. Today he was dressed in the most tasteful wedding or charity event attire of any of an unbuttoned button-up instead. What gives? Nate, were you wearing a button-up yesterday?
I was. Gingham. I'm surprised you didn't say anything.
I didn't even. God. Really?
I know. Yeah.
Were you really?
I was. Yep.
That is a change.
Yeah. I just need to get more gingham. Can wear that.
Curtis writes in, Jay, I've had a credit card since college and never carried a balance. I currently have the Wells Fargo credit card that pays 1.5% cash back directly to the principal balance on my mortgage. That's a huge move right there. Because you start to pay down that principal. Have you seen those models where it's like,
Dude.
if you pay more than what you're billed every month, just round it up to the
Yeah.
next 100 or whatever.
You can shave years
Yes.
off. It's incredible.
It
I
is
know.
incredible.
I know.
So
It
Curtis is
bothers
onto
me 'cause
something.
I can't do it.
Changing
But it's-
everything nets me an extra payment on my mortgage every year, says Curtis. Curtis is a smart man.
Yeah.
Mike, are we convinced now to move forward with a credit card?
Maybe. That does sound worth it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Members area. By becoming a Detroit Cast member, listeners can single-handedly play a role in keeping the show going for a long time to come. We work hard to keep the show totally free and the members area worth it as well. There's 100 or more hours behind-the-scenes discussions and videos. It's your backstage pass to the Detroit Cast. So go to DetroitCast.com, click the members area tab at the top of the page, and sign up today.
Yes,
E, I
please
think
do.
I think E did some door-to-door sales for us yesterday.
did.
Is that right?
I was out there selling.
Turn on the mic, you son
I
of
was
a
out
bitch.
there selling it yesterday.
Yeah.
Some dude in the parking lot at Hamlin Pub. By the way,
Hey, Jesus!
hey, he says he listens every day, so I forget what your name was.
But you.
So help me God, if you told me that I sold you on a member, I had better see you become a member. And I want an email saying that you did.
Yeah, let us know how E's sales skills were, because
Yeah.
he was touting them today. He was like, dude, some guy ran into me in the parking lot, and guess what? I sold him a membership.
I need to, you guys need to give me like, it needs to be like, I need to give, like, I need something where I
need
can
commission.
go out. Yeah, or not that, but like something that can show you guys, like a clipboard. If I sign, sell something, so I can tell you, like, look, here's the signature, I got it.
Yeah.
Like maybe
All
I could-
me.
Petition.
I could process it right there for him. Like, you know what I mean? I could just be like, okay, let
Yeah,
me
have
get
a
your
little
credit
cube.
card.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have him swipe it.
I don't want no.
Shall I put you down for a 12-month package?
Yeah, I don't want this bullshit.
Don't bullshit me and say you're going to sign up. Let's do it right
Let's
now.
make it fucking happen right now, my man.
Give E a cube.
Yeah. He's got a short sleeve button up and a
Little
clip-on
square
tie.
thing.
And he's just
I could bring him to
in
my
his
comedy
office.
shows for the people that come to the comedy, and I'll be like, "Are you a member?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we can do
about
that
it.
right now."
There you go.
Like the way you're
Sign up.
thinking, E.
Mike, we'll save the rest for Monday.
All right, very good. My head's going to explode. It's literally rotting from the inside out.
It
so
is. You going to
I'm,
see a dentist at some point
yeah,
before
I am.
Monday?
I don't know. I'm going to go put cold water under my eyes. Though.
Can I
That
be
seems
on
to help.
record as highly suggesting it? I'll offer to drive you to a dentist.
I don't need you to sympathy drive me. I can handle that, but yeah, I probably should. It's not getting better. It's just kind
It's
of
not going to.
Things usually just get better themselves.
hoping.
Yeah.
I was really hoping
Hope.
that was going to happen, but
Hope and change. Remember how that
Maybe
went?
if you were a
working out,
praying man, Mike, you could pray it away.
yeah, maybe I'll try that. Would you guys do me a favor? Pray for
Pray
me this
for you?
weekend?
Sure.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
I'll pray that
Could
you go
use
to a
that.
dentist and get antibiotics.
There you go. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging with us today, and we'll do it again on Monday. We'll see you then.
listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.